Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Meteorologist Nate Larsen here at Fox 13 and the Utah's Weather Authority Center. We've got pretty quiet conditions overall this morning. Quick weather update, though, kind of interrupt some of the feed here for a minute, give you today's weather update, and then we'll get back to football and all the local headlines. So, real quick, let's go ahead and jump to. I want to show you some of what we're looking at right now across northern Utah. We've had some clouds that have been in place, so otherwise, pretty quiet heading outside early on this Sunday. Maybe you're gonna head up to church here shortly. We've got some moisture that we've been tracking, though. The storm system to the south of us starts to lift northeast today, and that's going to bring more widespread shower activity to at least the mountain areas of the state. Temperatures as you head outside, we've been warmer as well with the south flow. In fact, southeast winds and at the airport at 14 miles an hour, keeping us in the upper 60s and mid 60s overnight versus usually we're in the mid to low 50s. So Logan's at 56, 57 in Price, and St. George cooler than Salt Lake City at 63. We've had a little bit of rain overnight, but not too active right now. Here's a look, severe weather outlook for today. Again, the light green shaded area, you can see the legend at the top just generating a risk for general thunderstorms. Marginal risk means we could see some severe storms. We don't have any of that, at least slated for today, and it's looking like a lot of the models are kind of trending a little bit drier. I think the reason why, I need a pointer if I can get one. I don't think I can show what I'm pointing to. But so we have the low pressure system to the south of us. Oh, it does pop up the rain cloud. How do I change that to an arrow? So we get this counterclockwise rotation. But then we're also seeing an approaching low pressure system from the Pacific Northwest. And so we're going to see an increase in southwest flow here, which is going to help kind of dry us out because it's a drier air mass than what's being brought up from the southeast. And so some models are showing less active weather across far northern Utah today. So we'll kind of keep our eyes on that throughout the afternoon and see how it kind of plays out. We've had a little bit of shower activity linger over Bryce Canyon this morning. Some of the southern mountain areas have seen some good rain, and we're going to continue to see at least a chance of moisture. If you look at the southwest corner, though, some of the models have kind of thinned out any chances of rain for lower Washington County. Not this particular model, though, showing still that chance of some showers. For the most part, though, I think our best threat's going to be this morning. And then if we go back a little bit more, notice kind of the isolated to scattered nature of these storms, mostly over the higher terrain. We get a good chance of some showers over the central mountains this afternoon, extending into the Wasatch Range, even the Uintas. But if we look over the Wasatch Front, I think some of that drier air moving in from the southwest could kind of limit just how much moisture we'll get, as well as with the storm system coming up or pushing moisture from the south southeast. We get a little bit of a rain shadow on the backside of where the storms are moving up over the mountaintop. So might not be super active across the Wasatch Front this afternoon, but we're going to throw in at least a chance of a few storms making it through, especially with the clouds that we see in place this morning. Otherwise, just plan on a mix of sun and clouds and closer to average high temperatures for northern Utah today. And in southern Utah, we should see some improving conditions. Again, after a chance of rain, we'll see partly cloudy skies with temperatures near 80 degrees for your high. What else should we focus on? Let's see. As far as forecast goes, I'll mention some of the rain totals. I do have those updated from this morning. So from the rain in southern Utah yesterday, some of the biggest winners, of course, were in that same area, southwest corner near Bryce Canyon, from where we saw some of the shower activity linger this morning. So Black Ridge, Deer Springs Point had 6/10 of an inch. Agua Canyon, which is just southern portion Bryce Canyon National Park, almost a half of an inch. Boulder Summit, just shy of 4/10 of an inch. And Telegraph Flat had a quarter of an inch. We mentioned some of the flash flood potential for today. So with the showers in southern Utah, similar to yesterday, you want to avoid those low-lying areas, slot canyons, normal dry washes. We do have the risk for flash flooding today. So following this storm system, it lifts north and east. This is a different model showing some of the projected rain coverage into the afternoon. Again, most of it over the central mountains up into the Uintas, the Wasatch Range, but then drying out for the most part Monday. A weak ridge builds in between this next trough that comes in off the left side of the screen there. And so we could see a few lingering storms over the mountains on Monday, but then here comes another front that clips northern Utah Tuesday. And so we've got more scattered showers expected Tuesday into early Wednesday before southwest flow dries us back out. So some active weather over the next couple of days. I wish the rain gauges were showing a little bit higher totals. Again, with some of the moisture bubbling up from the south like this, it's kind of hit and miss. Of course, the higher peaks will have better rain accumulation, but in the valleys, it's showing maybe 1/100th of an inch. It'd be nice if we got 1/10 of an inch in Salt Lake City. We're actually well behind. I do have that graphic updated as of this morning as well behind for the water year and for the month of September. And so when we look at the water year, that actually it follows kind of uh, our wet season cycle, which begins generally October 1. Where is that graphic? Through September 30th. So we're finishing up the 2024-2025 water year for Salt Lake City. And here it is. And unfortunately, we know we're in a drought, right? We know that there are areas of the state that are in worse drought conditions than what we have in Salt Lake. But for the water year for today, it only runs for 2 more days. We're sitting at 10.48 inches of rain or precipitation. So that would include any snowfall melted down, compared to we should be closer to 15.4 inches. So we're a good 4.92 inches behind for the water year, and we've only had 1/1500ths of an inch of rain at the airport versus almost 9/10 of an inch is average. So I did check the drought monitor. Any updates this week? It actually came down a little bit in some areas. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but we'll take any of the improvements. Of course, 100% of the state still in moderate and abnormally dry conditions, but extreme and severe drought came down maybe 1%. Where's that graphic? Oh, here it is. In some locations as well, but either way, yeah, I think someone chimed in, James, we need more moisture. So severe and extreme drought, still seeing quite a bit of extreme drought conditions in east central Utah and southwest Wyoming. In fact, nearly that whole chunk of area seeing extreme drought conditions. So again, some rain on the way. Keep your eye to the sky into the afternoon. Should be pretty decent overall. With the mix of sun and clouds, we're going to be seeing at least for southwest Utah and for portions of the Wasatch Front. Again, if you're in the central part of the state, at least in some of the higher elevations, plan on a good chance of some showers and storms. Could see some heavier downpours, and of course, lightning's always an issue this time of year. That was a look at temperatures for today. Closer to average up north and a little cooler than normal down south, thanks to the storm moving, continuing to push moisture through. So just a high of 80 in St. George versus normally 88. I think, again, this morning's our best threat of moisture. We'll see partly cloudy skies Tuesday with that system up north, but not expecting any moisture. And then we'll see, let me see, I can get rid of myself. There we go. Sunshine through Friday and a little bit of a drop in temperatures by the weekend with, I think, a better chance of statewide storms on Sunday for the latter half of the weekend. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Northern Utah, chance of storms, as I mentioned, some of the mix of sun and clouds today. Partly cloudy Monday. We'll see a high of 80, so we warm back up. And that next system that moves through northern Utah drops us to the mid-70s again. After those showers clear out, we'll bounce back to 81 Thursday with that southwest flow ahead of the larger trough that moves in this weekend. Friday was looking a little better as far as moisture yesterday. Today it's a lot drier with what the guidance is showing. So an isolated storm along the front. It might be mainly a dry front with a few showers possibly Saturday, but it's looking like the brunt of the moisture might be now arriving on Sunday. In fact, I don't know if I have any guidance that goes out that far. Let me check the European model. So current storm system, Tuesday storm, Wednesday dry, Friday few showers, Saturday, and now it looks like Sunday a bigger trough moving through, lingering into Monday as the storm kind of splits and digs a little further south. So yeah, at least we're having at least we're seeing an active pattern still in the long range forecast. So hopefully that can continue and not just fizzle out on us. Sometimes it changes that far out quite a bit. But yeah, a few showers today, more on Tuesday for northern Utah. And then we'll be looking ahead towards this next weekend storm. So anyway, hope you enjoy your Sunday. Temperatures are going to be perfect out there for most areas. And again, watch out for some heavier showers in southern Utah where we could see some flash flooding. So, all right, we'll see you back at 5 o'clock. We've got a 5 and 9 o'clock on Fox 13 Utah. We'll see you then.